But you and your group, you do interpret Quran still.
Well, the thing is, like I said, we have 18 different sects in Lebanon. So basically, we do not discuss, we discuss religion, but we don't pretend that one religion is better than the other, because we have Shiites, Sunnites, Maronites, Christian Orthodox, Catholics, Druze, like it's 18 different sects. So there is no me better than you, but of course we have individuals, and this is something that is also hard to explain, for example, especially in Europe, where we have met with previously with groups, and we thought that this point was the hardest to explain, is that we have, for example, veiled girls who are lesbians and who are comfortable with being lesbians and who are out about it, and who other members of their families might not be wearing the veil, but they are out, but they just choose to wear it because they think that this is an expression of their faith. Just like you have girls who wear the cross or the, you know, other symbols. So they choose, most of them, to take the good side of religion and to leave the bad side, you know, what they consider bad on the side. Now, many people might say that this is hypocrisy, but eventually when you take religion, it's supposed to be about tolerance and love and all that. So if you can take just the good parts and be a good person and be comfortable with yourself, I think eventually that is the message.
Yes, and you succeed in life.
Yes,
as
and
well.
I wish our society was like the group we have, because we are like, now we have 234 members, but let's say every week, every day, we have 50 girls who gather together from all aspects of life, like really all aspects of life. And if we can manage within this tense country, because it's very sectarian and problems are still going on between different fragments. So if we can manage to just sit together and be together and feel like family and not feel insulted and just discuss everything openly and argue, and then society would be much, much better.
Yes, yes.
Because
what does Quran say about homosexuality?
Okay, first of all, I don't think that I am the person who can answer this, because I don't want to dwell into something that I am not an expert on, especially that my background is... but like we saw this morning, it can be reinterpreted. If you take Mohsen Hendricks' interpretation of it, it doesn't say much about homosexuality. Like, and if you take the fundamentalists' view on it, it says a lot about homosexuality being a sin, etc., etc. But it's just always the way you're gonna reinterpret the book, yes, or you're gonna read the book. But I cannot nor give you surahs, nor give you anything about that. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I just didn't read it and never had the chance to think about it, since I'm also very new in this activism as well. And you've opened good points for me to go into research in my future. The next thing that I wanted to ask you is, how do you fight for your LGBTT rights in a country where just as simple being a heterosexual woman, you have to fight for your basic rights?
That's why we also work in feminist groups. The way we fight for it, this is the question. Okay, we have a law against unnatural sex, but our country is a bit schizophrenic, because we have that law and at the same time we have gay clubs and gay pubs and
festival probably too. Do you have a gay pride in Lebanon?
No, we don't have a gay pride. Who knows in 5 years? But it's because we work a lot on anonymity, so we cannot exactly like. First of all, to have the people come and shout in the streets, they have to be strong. Like, if I was not comfortable with who I am, I cannot just go and say I'm with this, this, and this, because the person that's gonna come and confront me are gonna give me bad arguments, negative energy and all that, and I can break very easily. So basically, to go on the street and to take all the crap that I am gonna take, because I'm going into the public eye, and I'm not just staying in my little corner and doing whatever I want as long as nobody can see me. I have to have enough confidence, I have to be empowered, I have to know my rights, I have to know my bodily rights, and I have to respect myself, etc., etc., etc. And then I can go to the street.
What happens in Lebanon? You live in Beirut, or where? Yes. What happens, let's say, in the capital, if girls or men are caught making out in public, like homosexual couples?
Okay. We have had, for example, cases. Now in the capital, it's very interesting because there are places when you can make out. There are pubs and stuff, but so far nothing has happened. But we have cases more that deal with the suburbs. For example, girls were caught in a car, and what happened was that the police took them. They threatened them. They asked them to give names, and otherwise they'd tell their parents, etc., etc. And then
to give what names?
Of other lesbians.
Of other lesbians?
Yes. So that they can go and...
On what ground? I mean, is this regulated by law?
But if you are a girl who is closeted,
yes,
in a little village, where probably the guy who caught you, the military who caught you, is someone you know or someone from the village, and they bring you to the office, to the police, and they tell you, okay, you give us this, 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 or we tell your parents, we tell the whole village, we ruin your life, etc., etc., then you give names. It's how you call this?
Blackmail.
Blackmail, very simply. And this is what happens in the gay community as well, or with sex workers. And you can be abused, and you can be yelled at, sometimes you can be physically abused. This is what, and you can't go to anybody because this is the police doing this to you.
Yes, the police is the body.
Yeah. So, we had a few cases, but I am not aware of any cases in Beirut like in the past 2 years. 3, no, yeah.
So basically, in what terms, like chronologically, do you see it will be possible to discuss homosexual regulated by law, that you can register, that you can live together, that in case of illness or death of a partner, that you have some rights? In what range of time do you see that possible in Lebanon?
Tomorrow. The thing is that some people already do that, but of course it's very low-key. It's like, I don't know if it's smart to say this, but it's like America or Europe in the 50s, you know. But I think in 50 years, I hope, yeah. But hey, at least we started somewhere, and yeah. Maybe less, not more than 50 years. And I'm usually a pessimist, so maybe less, but I'm just trying to be optimistic.